question is, I was treated by a physician in late July, early August, and I have a illness, and the doctor knew about this illness. I won't say what it was, but he prescribed a very high dosage of a medication, and it like threw me into a coma. I was out of it from like Thursday night until Sunday afternoon after taking just one dose of the medication. And I just wonder what type of legal ramifications I have.
Well, Rosalind, that's a very good question. What you need to know, or what we would need to know in order to answer that is your condition at the time, because this happens quite often. I get these type of calls all the time, and oftentimes there's going to be a mistake or something that you would term a medical negligent act. But it causes injury for just a short period of time, and then after the injury, you recover. And because of the expenses that are associated with medical negligence claims and the fact that you would have to hire experts that cost a lot of money to even get your claim to trial, more than likely, if you have fully recovered and you have no long-term ramifications of it, I would say that you will probably not have a claim. However, you know, anybody would have to look at your medical records and have them evaluated before we could give a final conclusion. But Rosalind, I certainly am sorry about your situation, but if you've made a full recovery, I doubt that people that do the medical negligence cases would take that on.
Yeah, Dennis, let's talk about that for just a second, because I'm sure we see it in our office, a lot of cases that you wish you could take, but because of the cost and expense associated with medical negligence cases, because the law requires that you hire an expert, isn't that right?
Without a doubt. In the type of cases that we're talking about, the law and the state legislature have said that you have to hire what's known as a similarly situated expert. And that means that in order to bring the case and to get past summary judgment, you have to have a doctor or a nurse or a similar healthcare provider that has agreed to take your case on, evaluate it, and provide testimony in court that says that I believe this doctor or this nurse did something wrong. And you also have to have them say that we believe that has caused a significant injury. And so that's very expensive.
And are Alabama doctors reluctant to testify against other Alabama doctors? Have you found that to be the case?
I have.
And I have, yeah.
It's an extremely rare thing that you can go to a fellow Alabama doctor and say, would you evaluate this claim? And actually, I can do that, but to take the next step and be willing to testify, that's a very rare thing.